floating shelves. You're probably wondering how that got there and how you can do it. And I'm going to show you in just a few quick and easy steps. So what we're going to do is my wife, turn the camera around, show everybody you. Hi. She wants these about 12 inches apart. And so we are going to mark those 12 inches apart. And I'm going to go 12 inches center to center. And so it's going to look something like this. So I'm going to mark it 12 here. And here's the other thing I'll tell you guys, is this. Is at my age, yeah, you need these. Because I can't see without them. So we're going 12 inches center to center. And then once we do that...
Oh, the battery's dead, I think. I think we're dead.
Oh. Well, it was fun when we started.
We can review it if you want.
All right, guys, so really what just happened is we thought the Camry battery went dead, and well, it didn't go dead, but it was getting on the kind of short side of stuff, and so I just switched the battery out. We're at 100%, and hopefully this thing lasts for the next half hour while we do this. All right, so how I do this is the bracket that fits inside these floating shelves when you order them. So this bracket sits in like this, just like so, and that's what supports that shelf. And so I've got my 12 inches center for where the next one goes height-wise, but now I have to get it centered so that they stack on top of one another. And I already did this, but I'll show you how I did it. Is I took and measured from the mirror here, which I know is plumb. I measured over to the shelf. I've got 10 inches to the shelf. I also measured over to the bracket, and I measured to the center of the first post. And I know that the center of it makes that first one 13 5/8 to the post. And so super simple, but once you get the first one in, you can actually just measure straight to the bracket. And so that's how I'm going to do this next one. Is I measured to the bracket, and the very edge of the bracket, as you can see, get a close up there, is 12 and let's call that 13/16, 12 and 13/16. And so now I'm going to go up to where I had marked my next set of holes, which is here and here, and I'm going to go 12 and 13/16 to the bracket. So 12 and 13/16 to the bracket. So that is the edge of my bracket. So I'm going to pop up here. I'm going to put my bracket in place to the very edge of it, and we are plumb height-wise. So I take my little level and I go, okay, well, I'm just a little bit lower, so I'm gonna probably increase that by maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So as I put this on here to the very edge of my bracket, like I said, I'm gonna increase this about a 1/16 of an inch. And that's gonna be where my first hole goes. So now I'm just marking where I want my screws to go. Again, I take my level, I put my level on top just like so. That hole looks good. So I marked the center of this hole over here. And I could do that with the rest of these holes. You can see that these brackets come with, you know, shoot 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. I mean, you'd have to have like the largest vase on this to need to hold it with 7 screws. Most of the stuff that you put on these floating shelves are for decoration, and I already know that we only need 2, so I'm just doing the outer 2. So once I get those outer 2 in and I'm ready to drill some holes, it looks like this. I take my same drill I'm using, I just pop out my bit, I put in my drill bit, and I drill those holes out. Once I'm done there, I take these wall anchors. Everybody's familiar with these, I'm sure. And you can tell, I don't know if you guys are familiar with how these work, but you is that a good angle right there? You see how these have like little wings on the top and the bottom? When you place a screw inside, those expand into the sheetrock, and that's what holds them in place. And so we're going to place those first, just like so. You want to make sure that you do drill your holes the proper size. A lot of times people think that they need to get them snug and tight, and then they end up banging these in, and when they bang them in, they are plastic, and they quite often bend. And so when they're the proper size, they go in nice and easy like that. Once in, now we're ready to set another one of our brackets. And you can see this bracket says, I don't know if you can make that out or not, but it says up. And so you do want to make sure that you get that and place them up. It's only important just to line the holes up. That's the only reason it matters. We switch from our drill bit to our Phillips again. And we're ready to, oh, we've had one already in there. Good thing I have these glasses on, huh? I like to get it started like that, and then I like to put my other one in as well before I tighten anything down. And the second one. And these do have some play with them. And so let's say, for instance, that you get this on here and it's out of level, which they often are, because you're not drilling perfect bits. There is a little bit of leeway in the texture, your drywall, etc. And so say they're not exactly level, and you put it on there and you can see that this one's really super close, but it really could use a little bit of work on this side over here. So I can bang this one up like so to get it to come down. I also can bang the other one as well to get it to come up and down. So we're almost perfect. We can get this side to come down just a little bit. And there you go. Once on, again, these just slide on just like so. Floating shelf.
All right, guys, moving into the last shelf here on top. I do this the same way, where I measure from the edge of the mirror to the edge of the bracket. Once I measure to the edge of the bracket, I can actually set the bracket, and then after setting the bracket, I now want to mark my holes again, and that's where, again, I use my level.
And that is how you install floating shelves.